Welcome to this blog podcast. Today we're talking all about, do you want to get into online education but do not know where to start? So many people have skills and are looking to pass these skills down to students. You have looked at online education, but you do not understand what to do. This is a common problem, and this is one that this podcast will address for you. So, ask yourself, do you want to run your own online school, but you don't know where to start? Then you are in the right place. So this podcast aims to show you that it doesn't have to be that hard. So you've been teaching, or you already have a skill and you want to use this to make revenue online, as well as pass down your experience to new students of the subject. The first question is, where do I start? So if you have no experience in creating online schools or online education in general, it can be somewhat overwhelming for you, but you don't have to worry. It's really not that hard. Let's go through some of the steps in the process. So let's go to step one, starting the process. First off, you have a subject, right? And you probably know the type of person that will take your course, okay? After all, it's your subject. So let's start off there. Write out a little bit of info or a persona of the student. This will be your key target audience. Please note this may change as you do more and more courses, but let's keep things really simple at this point. Let's just jot down the name of someone. Let's call her Julie. Let's just jot down an age. She's 20 to 40 years old. Gender, female. She's an income of 15,000 to 25,000 per annum, and her education is degree level, so she's experienced. Hobbies, she's sporty and loves films and books. So this simple persona, and I mean it's really simple one, can get very complex. But it can give you a sense of connection to your virtual audience. As online course creators, connection to your audience is so important, even on a subconscious level. So you're trying to connect with your audience. You're trying to build a persona or an avatar of who they are. Who are these people? So step two, let's draft out the course. So now we know who our target is. Let's make a plan. Now, of course, you do not know the online system you'll be using, so you'll need to find an online system. We recommend using Zenler.com, Zenler.com. So let's say we are using this for an art site. Let's start by making sure that we have a beginner level course. We're not spending too much time on this, and we want it to be working on the next one straight after. So you've already done that beginner level course, not too much information on there. And when that's finished, you want to be starting straight on the next course. So it's a shorter course, so you can actually get it up and going pretty quickly. So we're going to go through an example of this. So what you would need to do is you'd need to have a sales page, a video introduction of this course. You need a title for that page. So in this case, I'm going to call it Anyone Can Draw and Paint, a Beginner's Guide. Then we're going to move on to the subtitle, Open a World of Creativity and Amaze Your Friends and Family. So let's go for a description now. This beginner course will show you the right tools for drawing and painting, and will also show you the foundational skills to draw and paint. It's as easy to follow, and regardless of your creativity, you will be producing amazing art in no time. So this is our first sales page information. It can be as short as that. It gets the information across. They know what they're getting straight away. It's a beginner's guide. It's drawing and painting, okay? So then we run into the course curriculum itself. So section 1, what are you going to need for this course? This is, you have an intro video. Then you have a lesson 1, tools for drawing. Lesson 2, tools for painting. Lesson 3, additional but not essential things that you might need. Straight away, we move into section 2. Let's start drawing. Again, an intro video. And then lessons 1 through to 7, we would then outline that. starting with looking at the hardness of pencils, freedom to explore, our first exercise, basic perspective, and you would fill it out like that. Then we move on to section 3, let's get painting. So again, an intro video, looking at colours and colour charts, blocking in colours and painting, and that goes through 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, up to you. Next one, we have section 4. Let's now combine drawing and painting, where we take sections 2 and 3 and we combine them to use both drawing and painting in our final section. Then the last one we have is section 5. Where do you go from here? This is our next lead. This is our next sale. So lesson 1, where do your students go from here? A good chance to pre-enroll for the next course. And that's it. And you keep rolling people through. When they finish the second part, the second course, the more intermediate, you move them on to another course. You prepare the path for them. So the above example gives you clear direction. You know you need to produce videos or text for all that you have for that first course. You will need videos, and you will also need to add content for the lessons, maybe images as well. You might think this is overwhelming, but break it down and it becomes a simple matter of following steps. And remember, when you have this done, when you have done it once, you can just repeat for the other courses and workshops. So now you've got the material going, you've got the video, you've got the text. Keep it all well organized in folders. So when you've got a course for beginners, keep all that content together. When you work on the next course, keep it in another folder and just rinse and repeat this. So we're going to move on to step 3, choosing the right platform for you. So obviously, you're going to need a good platform to use to host all this on. We recommend Zenler, as I've already mentioned, but there's lots of other platforms that you could use. And you just want to make sure it's going to cover everything you need it to cover, okay? So if you want to run communities in there, you want to have PDFs, you want to have audio files, you need to make sure that platform supports everything that you need for your courses. And remember, you want to future-proof it. So you want to make sure that it's covering things above and beyond that as well that you might use later. So Zenler does all this by default. Okay, a little bit of a plug for Zenler, but there's many other platforms that do stuff that might work for you. And that is it. That is how you can get onto it. So once you've got your platform, you've entered that information in, you've made it look cool. The last step is the marketing. So now you need to start shouting about it. So you might have a few social channels, and you just got to produce some nice graphics and just start posting and talking about it. Get on some of the communities, tell people about it. If they're interested, help people. And then also make sure that if you're on Facebook, that your Facebook page shows your site URL and all of these things. And then you're naturally going to get people coming through. Okay. You can do all this for free as well. You don't have to pay for ads, but paying for ads will give you that initial boost. And that's it. Once you've got your marketing and name up there, then you can just keep adding to it and building and building and building. Remember, when you get students into your course, stay in touch with them. Keep that engagement going. Run some lives with them. Make sure you're sending them some mails, but not too many mails, so that it's always valuable to them. The information they supply from you, they should look forward to. So hopefully this podcast has been of interest to you, and it's all about, do you want to get into online education, but you don't know where to start?